What's going on, guys? This is Dave from PNP, and I'm here to talk to you about Underdog Fantasy. I just want to remind you that's the easiest place to play. There ain't too many places where you can win 20 times your money in the same night, utilizing higher lowers in the pick'em game. And now they have pick'em insurance, where while you won't win the same amount of money that you did before, you can miss one and still bring home some money. So if you do it 3 times, you can potentially still get your money back if you end up missing one. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up today and use the code PNP when you do. And the $100 deposit match still stands. Underdog. What's going on, guys? This is Dave, one half of PNP, and I'm here to answer some fantasy questions today. My apologies, I won't be able to do the fantasy football Q&A at 11:15 tomorrow morning. So I'm going to try to knock out as many questions as I can within the next hour, as long as you guys got them for me. So if this is your first time here, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I have my A&T attire on behind me because A&T is about to play Duke. I don't anticipate this is going to be a good game for A&T. There's just a couple things I want to see. I mean, we're going up against the FBS program, so we'll see how it goes today. But I do have your fantasy questions. But before I start getting into the list, I want to talk about some things, some news that has been occurring with regards to injuries. DeAndre Swift is still questionable. I still think he's going to play. I think he's going to try to play. But please, ma'am, please, sir, keep an eye out for that. Appreciate the super chat, Noli. Appreciate it, bro. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're gonna do something tomorrow, so we're gonna see how it goes tomorrow. That's part of the reason why I ain't gonna be around. I'm probably not gonna watch the Giants game until after the Giants Panthers game until after the game's over. So, but yeah, man, this should be a good day tomorrow. So I got a plan lined up. So let's get into DeAndre Swift. He's questionable. I do think he probably will play, but you guys need to pay attention. All right, have alternate plans. You should already have an alternate plan for Chris Godwin because he's ruled out. You should already have an alternate plan for Michael Pittman because he's ruled out for the Colts. Michael Pittman, there's a lot of Paris Campbell available. There was a guy that got like 6 targets in the Colts game last week. That's probably available in a multitude of leagues. You can probably look into him as well. If you have Pittman, the player that I'm mentioning is what's his name? Dullen, Ashton Dullen. He got 6 targets last week. So he didn't get too many fantasy points, but he did get 6 targets. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. So yeah, like I said before, man, Swift is going to play. We shall see what happens between now and then regarding that, but Swift should play. Should you play Burrow or Russ? Russell Wilson has a much easier opponent this week. Let me pull up the schedule real quick because my memory's pretty terrible when it comes to scheduling. So week 2 NFL. I know the Bengals play Dallas, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. I know Denver's got an easy opponent. That's all I know. Let's see here. Oh, they play the Texans. I think I'm still going to take Burrow here. Don't let the 4 interception game scare you. I'm still taking Burrow. Oh, God. Cordell Patterson and Miles Sanders. I'm going to be eating a lot of crow about Miles Sanders, but I'm not the same Miles Sanders this week. Although Atlanta, the Falcons have, who do they play? They don't have an easy game. They play the Rams. So I could see a scenario where Cordell Patterson gets a lot of work. But who do the Eagles play? I'd rather have Miles Sanders for this situation on Monday night. Could be a high-scoring game. Give me Miles Sanders. All right, so let me check out, see if there's any other injury reports that I need to be aware of, because the big ones I know that everybody's been waiting for is Godwin and Pittman. Pittman, kind of shocked that he ain't gonna try to get out there and play, but things happen. Mac Jones is probably gonna play, but I don't think any of you guys should be starting Mac Jones. Rondell Moore has already been ruled out. Zach Ertz should be playing. Damian Williams is not going to affect too many people from the Falcons. He's been ruled out. Hence probably why you asked about Cordell Patterson. I still stand by Miles Sanders. J.K. Dobbins should be back. So you might be able to fire him up if you want to fire him up. T. Higgins is recovering from a concussion, but he practiced in full on Friday. Really good sign about him playing on Sunday. Just keep an eye on if he gets more concussion symptoms. Because if he does, that means he's not going to be able to play on Sunday. So just keep an eye on that. Just keep an eye on the reports for T. Higgins. I plan on playing him. I think he's going to play, so I'm going to take my chances and play him. Hayden Hurst, the tight end, he practiced all week, so he should be good to go. DeAndre Smith, while he was limited, like I said, you got to monitor it. I think he's going to play, but it's not a done deal yet. KJ Hamler from Denver's out. You know about Dak. Gout's still out too. Lazard has been practicing limited, so he might play. So he might have a shot to play for the Packers. Like I said earlier, Pittman's out. For the Rams, nobody of significance. And Mac Jones is probably going to play. But yeah. All right, we'll see. We got some answers here. I thought I had Jeff Wilson over Sutton. Was I tripping? I'm taking Wilson. Give me Wilson here. I thought I had Wilson over Sutton. I had Wilson over Sutton because I said that Sutton might be a game that ends up out of hand because they're going up against Houston. So it'll end up being more of a Javonte Williams game. So I always had Wilson over Sutton. I'm still taking Wilson over Sutton. DJ Moore, AJ Brown. Give me AJ Brown here. You going deep into the 49ers running back core, man, considering that's a team that always typically is by a committee. I think that's too much. So Jackson State is taking it to Grambling, man. I swear. 59-17. Good grief. Kyler Murray and Matthew Stafford. Who do the Cardinals play? Let me go pull up. Let me see. Who do the Cardinals play? Cardinals play the Raiders. Give me Kyler. I think that could be a shootout type of game. Give me Kyler Murray there. I have to start too. Jeff Wilson will be 1 for me. NTN will be 2. Stevenson will be 3. Pierce will be 4. But Stevenson and NTN are close. I already answered this. I already answered AJ Brown or DJ Moore too. Appreciate it, man. Well, I'm talking about fantasy today. I wouldn't start Baker Mayfield in fantasy. I wouldn't, dude. I'm taking Kyler. Kyler's got the Raiders. It don't matter if they're playing Atlanta. Yeah, I'm nervous about this, Noli. This got me rethinking it. This, because we talked about this in the Discord. For those who don't know, man, you better become a Patreon. Let me go ahead and put that banner down for you guys on our Patrons. Because I will answer fantasy questions. No, yeah, that's it. Because I will be answering fantasy questions for those folks tomorrow. That's a good point. The thing is that last week when the 49ers played Chicago, couldn't really get a good vibe of what we're going to see out of Trey Lance. It even got me hesitant about what I'm going to do about Trey Lance this week because I got him in a couple leagues. So you know what? All right, I'm backpedaling. I'm going to play Sutton. I think Sutton might be the safer play because of the mystery, but I wouldn't be shocked if Wilson ends up with 10 points. So I'm backpedaling. I'm flip-flopping right now. I'm doing my best for shot impersonation. I'm flip-flop McGee. So yeah, I'm gonna do Sutton. Give me Sutton because I think there's a safer bet. How many targets did Sutton get last week? Let me check. How many targets did Sutton get last week? Because I don't remember. I think he got like 7, but I'm not 100% sure. Sutton got 7 targets. All right, I can roll with that for a flex. I can roll with Sutton for 7 targets. I can roll with that. So give me Sutton. I'll back off. CMC. Come on, don't be foolish. CMC. Tying or Njoku. Tying. Mike Thomas or Brandon Cooks. Give me Cooks. TJ Hawkinson or Dalton Schultz. Cooper Rush. Give me Hawkinson. Even though I think Schultz will probably get a little bit of a boost. Give me Hawkinson. Jamal Williams from Detroit. Because if Swift doesn't play, Jamal's going to get the start and he's going to get the bulk of the work. If Swift does play, I think Jamal Williams will still be involved just like he was last week. So give me Jamal Williams here. 7 all. Really? I didn't realize that. Still, I'm going to still roll with Sutton. Wow. What the hell were they? We were doing our show when the game was on. What the hell were they doing? He has to get more. Otherwise, we're going to keep losing. He's got to get at least 20 touches. I stand by what I said on Monday. I stand by it. I'm rolling with it. He's got to get 20 touches. He has to touch the ball 20 times. And I don't care if it's carries or catches. He needs to touch the ball 20 times. He's going to get more than 14 carries. He's going to get more than 14 touches this week. Derek Carr, Russell Wilson. Give me Russell Wilson. Would you trade Scary Terry for Marquise Brown and Michael Carter? Yes, I would. I would. Not because I don't have faith in Scary Terry, but more because I think you're getting more for him. Because you're at least going to get Marquise Brown without DeAndre Hopkins for another 5 weeks. And then after that, Marquise Brown's going to be number 2, so you might be able to take advantage of matchups. So I think Marquise Brown's still going to have value after. And Michael Carter is in a split backfield with Breece Hall, and he's 1 injury away from getting the bulk of the work. And right now, he's currently the starter. So I would take the Marquise Brown and Michael Carter side in a heartbeat. That's wild, bro. I'm still saying Sutton, but that says something about either Russell Wilson or Hackett. Sorry to hear that, man. My condolences to you and your fam. Not at the expense of Christian McCaffrey not getting 20 touches. I agree that, if Matt Rule is serious about running the ball 30 times, then yeah, I agree. But I don't think I want to be having a split backfield if McCaffrey's out here only getting 10 touches. Like, the man only carried the ball 3 times last week in the first half. That's unacceptable. I can't roll that way. I just cannot. A couple games that I'm intrigued by tomorrow. One of them is Colts Jags. That's one game I'm intrigued by. Obviously, I'm going to be intrigued by Bucs Saints. Commanders Lions is an interesting one as well. And then the other ones are the primetime games like Vikings Eagles and Titans Bills. And I didn't realize they're doing a doubleheader. That's interesting. 2 games on Monday night. Oh yeah, Gabe Davis is questionable too. So let's talk about Gabe Davis because Gabe Davis is a unique situation because they're playing on Monday night. So let's talk about Gabe Davis for a bit. Right now, he's questionable with a injury. What was his injury? What was his injury? I think it was ribs or something like that. But let me see, what was it? Or ankle. It was ankle injury, if I remember correctly. Ankle injury. So with Gabe Davis with an ankle injury, I think you need to prepare to play somebody else. In a perfect world, maybe you have somebody else. Maybe you could put Gabe Davis in the flex, and if you have somebody like a Devin Singletary or maybe a Zach Moss, somebody that you can swap to if he doesn't play, I would recommend that. If you don't have that, I think you need to go ahead and play somebody else instead of Gabe Davis tomorrow. Just my suggestion, unless you hear that Gabe is absolutely going to play, but I doubt you'll hear that before 1:00 tomorrow. So you're gonna have to make a decision on what you want to do with that. Still over. Yep. I'm still taking Logan Thomas over Hurst. Yep. 2 flex spots. Rex Burkhead, Nico Collins, Russell Gage, Robert Woods, Logan Thomas, Cam Akers. Oh God. I'm playing Burkhead for sure. And I want to say Woods. I really do. But with Godwin out, I think I like Gage a little bit more. But Gage is the 3, right? Gage would be the 3 behind Mike Evans and Julio Jones. But Robert Woods should be the 1 for Tennessee if they freaking throw them the damn ball. Burkhead for sure. You got to play Burkhead. Give me Burkhead and Gage. But against Dallas, that might not really they might try to slow the game down. But I'm thinking this one through. I got to think about that second one. I'm leaning towards Woods. It's between Woods. You can play it safe and go with Logan Thomas. I think Thomas is going to get more targets. I just hate playing a tight end in the flex. But might need to. Definitely don't play Akers. I don't trust Akers. The comments that were coming out of them streets, I don't trust Akers. So it'll be between Gage Woods, and Thomas for the second spot. I'm gonna come back to this column. Let me think about this one. But definitely you gotta play Burkhead. Burkhead's got one of those slots. Yeah, well, he might try to play through it. So we're gonna see. I mean, Herbert's a tough guy. So we'll see. He could play through this. Very possible he could play through it. I think you got time to figure it out. If you're nervous about it, go grab a quarterback before kickoff on Monday. Just have one in the tuck. Go get one from waivers right now. So that way, just in case Herbert doesn't play, you'll be prepared. If I was you, try to find a quarterback that plays the time frame as him. So that way you can just swap them. So like if, for example, if Derek Carr is available and Derek Carr likely has the late game with the. I haven't looked at the schedule. Actually, you know what? Let's look at the schedule real quick because now I'm curious. So for week 3, all right. So the Chargers got the late game. So here are your options for quarterbacks that might be available: Trevor Lawrence, Stafford. People have been dropping Stafford. Kyler's not going to be available. Rodgers not going to be available. Brady's not going to be available. Mariota might be available. Geno Smith might be available. Trey Lance probably not available. Russ is not available, and Cooper Rush is available. And Daniel Jones is available. So those are your options. Chargers got a late game next week. But I do think Herbert's going to probably try to play through the injury. Give me Mike Thomas here. Well, play Trey Lance if Herbert doesn't play, man. You're done. There's no debate. You're done. Back to this question. This question's got me debating things. Now I gotta look up some stats. I gotta see what happened last week because I don't I wasn't like looking for target share of Russell Gage. So I need to see what he was like last week. I know Robert Woods didn't do too hot last week. I know that much. Yeah, he only got 2 targets last week. So that's I don't know if I can in good conscience tell you to play Robert Woods. So yeah, he's out. I'm not gonna do that to you. But Gage is questionable too. And he only had 2 targets as well. And Godwin was a decoy last week. Well, no, Godwin played last week. So there's a chance that Gage's targets could come up from 2. There's a better chance than Woods at this rate. I don't know what the game flow was like in that game for him to only get 2 targets. And then you got Logan Thomas, who probably had more targets than both of them combined. Yeah, Logan Thomas got 6 targets last week. So, like I said, so I would probably go with you know what? I'm gonna take my chances with Gage. I'm gonna take my chances with Gage here. If you're scared, go with Thomas, because Thomas is probably gonna get 6 targets against whoever the hell Washington plays. The line. Actually, you know what? Go with Thomas. Go with Logan Thomas, because Commanders Lions has shootout potential. So go with Thomas. Go with Thomas. Go with Logan Thomas. So Burkhead and Thomas. Go with those guys. All right. What's next? Do I think Robbie or DJ going to get more points this week? I hope it's DJ. I think DJ is going to get more points this week. Taysom Hill's listed as a tight end. So, you couldn't play Taysom Hill at quarterback if you wanted to, because ESPN has him listed as a tight end. Some leagues might have him down as a quarterback, but a lot of leagues have him down as a tight end. But that's not a bad pickup to have. I thought about playing Taysom Hill this week at my tight end slot because my tight ends are such in a bad shape. It's one game, man. What if I told you Teddy Bridgewater threw that same touchdown pass 2 years ago, which was also the same touchdown pass that Sam Darnold threw? What if I told you that? Week 1. Teddy Bridgewater, it was pretty much the same play too. Teddy Bridgewater did it for 75 yards. Sam Darnold did it for 57, and Baker Mayfield did it for 75 yards last week. I mean, he's a starting tight end, but as always, he's always been a touchdown dependent tight end, even last season. So, if you're into that touchdown dependent tight end life, by all means, he's booming. He's boom or bust. Like last week, I don't think how many targets did Mr. Knox have last week. Let me see. You know what? Let me just pull up the statistics. Let me just do this. Let's see. Targets. Who are we talking about again? Knox. He only had 2 targets last week, so he's booming. He's boomer bust as you can get. So you gotta tread lightly there. I mean, if you want to rank him, he's probably a borderline starter. But I would be paying attention to those targets, man. The target count, because if he's only going to get 2 targets a game, that's not something that you want as a tight end for a tight end. No problem, man. It was a debate because I wasn't like Burkhead was a no-brainer. It was the second guy. 4 points for you if he runs it. I'm leaning towards I would probably go Stafford here though. I would take Stafford over Lance here. At least Randall's not quitting. I give him that much credit. Long ways away from where they need to be, but you know. Would you trade CD Lamb and a 2024 rookie first round pick for Brees Hall and a top 5 rookie in 2023? I don't think so, man. That's tough. Because CD Lamb will probably be a top wide receiver for Dallas for a while. Couple years. Brees Hall, yes, he could potentially be the guy, but they just drafted Michael Carter recently. So I don't know, man. We might have a 2-back system out in New York for a while. So I don't know if I want to do that. So no, I don't think I would do that. I think I would keep CeeDee Lamb in my first round pick. CD or Amon Ra, give me Amon Ra this week. NTN or Jeff Wilson, give me Jeff Wilson this week. The fact that those are the 2 tight ends you got puts you in trouble. You shouldn't have Ian Thomas for one. I don't understand why folks are. Oh well, you're probably a Panthers fan. I get it. I don't understand why you would have a Panthers tight end unless his name is Greg Olsen. He's back in the league. Schultz will be the beneficiary of Cooper Rush being the starting quarterback. So give me Schultz. Give me Schultz there. Kenyon Drake or Antonio Gibson, give me Antonio Gibson there. Henderson or Zeke, ooh, that's gonna be hard. Zeke, I would say I want off the cuff. I would say Zeke, but they're probably going to stack the box, so I think I'm gonna have to roll with Henderson. I think Henderson's going to get the bulk of the work again in LA. Cam Akers pretty much going to have to work his way back into work, which is sucks for folks who drafted him as high as folks did. I had 0 shares of Cam Akers. I wasn't a big fan of him. So to be clear, give me Darrell Henderson here. Can you pick 2 to start off this mid list? I ain't that mid. Gibson's one of them. You need to take Gibson. Give me Gibson and Penny. I'll take Gibson and Penny here. Gibson, Penny, Jeff Wilson, Akers, Brees Hall. Yeah, give me Gibson and Penny here. Oh, excuse me. For folks who will wonder how I feel about like where Jeff Wilson sits, where Rashad Penny sits, Jeff Wilson right now to me is a flex. He's a mid flex place, about the same as Penny. Both are probably about mid flex plays. Not really, you know. That's where the debate comes with me. Anybody has insight on Fournette? I haven't heard too much about Fournette, to be honest with you. He's questionable. Luckily, that game, I believe. No, it's not. It's a late game, ain't it? No, it's not. It's a late game. Hold on. It's a 1:00. It's a 1:00 game, so you'll know. You'll know prior to all the games. You got it. You'll have more options versus it being a 4:00 game. Whether or not Fournette's going to play. You got an open roster spot you want to look to add? I'll get to that question in a second. I'll pull up some options here in a minute. DJ Moore to Demarius Johnson. Give me DJ Moore here. And the reason why I say that, not Demarius Johnson, Deontay Johnson, excuse me. Give me DJ Moore here. And the reason why I say that is because DJ Moore is going to get more opportunities. Deontay Johnson is going to go up against. They're going to pretty much try to pocket Deontay Johnson, especially if Najee doesn't. There's a possibility Najee might not play, or maybe he will play. I'm not sure. Maybe. I would be worried about Lamar. I mean, Dolphins defense is pretty good, but we'll see. It's gonna be that should be a good game. to be honest with you. That should be a really good game. So back to this question. I'm going to answer this question by going into some fantasy leagues and seeing who's available. So I will share my screen. So give me 1 second. As I do that, I think that the big caveat when it comes to like if you have an open roster spot, the big thing you need to think about is what do you truly need? Right? So what do you need? Do you need if you have Dak Prescott and you need a quarterback, then you should have already picked the quarterback up, right? It's kind of funny that somebody already dropped Dak Prescott here. I should go ahead and pick him up. Let me go ahead and take care of that real quick. I think that's wild to me that somebody wants to drop him. Let's see if I can get rid of somebody. Ugh. I don't want to drop nobody, though. That's my dilemma. And I don't really need him. I got Hurts. Wait, are they on the same bye week? What's their bye week? Hold on. See, now I'm out here working fantasy shit. This is hilarious. So Dak's bye week is 9. Jalen is 7. He should be back by then. Yeah, I'm picking up Dak. We must. Bajarobi. I'm picking up Dak. I can wait it out. At least I can have Dak on a bye. I'll do it. Why not? Too good of an opportunity. And I can move him to IR for the time being. Well, they're not allowing it. Oh, that sucks. It is what it is, though. I would have dropped Scanling, but it is what it is. We'll figure that out another time. But back to add players. So if you need, see what happens when I start looking at stuff. So if you need a quarterback, Trevor, or go with Daniel Jones, you got options here. Daniel Jones, maybe Mariota if you're a believer in Mariota. But you should already have a quarterback if you're hurting. Now, as for running backs, this is where you need to start thinking about it. McKissick is an interesting pickup because he's going to get a lot of the PPR work. McKinnon maybe is an option. Sony Michel maybe. Or you just grab a handcuff for one of your guys. Eddie, you got options for wide receiver. You got McCole Harmon. But he's probably not going to be available. That's fake. Shepard, Zay Jones. Zay Jones got a lot of talent. If you need a wide receiver to play this week, Paris Campbell, Ashton Dillon is an option, particularly Paris Campbell. Dortch had at least decent chunk of targets, so that's going to be a temporary thing for the time being, but we'll see. As for tight end, this might be a chance to take a chance on Taysom Hill. From that standpoint, so that's another thing to consider. Oh Lord, Jackson State is still soaring. I talked about him earlier. He's questionable to play. They play on Monday night. My recommendation to you: prepare to have somebody of it. Prepare to play somebody else. Oh yeah, you're hurt. Well, you're not hurting that bad. There's been worse scenarios. Oh, he didn't make it in. There were worse scenarios, but they ain't gonna have too many options at the running back spot. Why is Albert O available? That's kind of crazy. I like Albert O a lot. That's my sleeper. Albert O's my sleeper tight end of the season. Logan Thomas is here, man. There's some tight ends out here, man. And then you got Albert O. My guy Albert O. But I got Hockenson. If I did, I would drop Scanlon for one of them. But we'll figure that out later. Somebody will. Let's check it. Oh, this is a 10-team league. That ain't fair. Let's go to a 12-team. I just thought about that. It's a 10-team league. So, yeah, you're going to get some decent players available. This is probably what it'll look like. You see Isaiah Pacheco didn't get that much work. I think I would probably prefer – I still prefer McKinnon over Pacheco, Isaiah Pacheco. Mostert, Gainwell, not too many things to keep in mind. So wide receiver, Hardman, Sky Moore, who didn't do much. You'll be waiting on him. Marvin Jones, not too many options here. Harmon, if he's in your league. Dullen would be interesting. Dullen and Paris Campbell will probably be one of the ones I'll probably grab if you got to open out roster spot. I thought that Curtis Samuel was the number one guy to pick up. I thought that Curtis Samuel was the number one guy to pick up on waivers at the wide receiver position last week. That's what I think about Curtis Samuel. I think he's going to have the opportunity to get carries, and he's going to get a decent chunk of targets. And I think he's a threat to Terry McLaurin's work. I picked him up in every league that I could. So that's what I think about Curtis Samuel. I think he could end up being a top 25 wide receiver at this rate. Maybe higher. You always got to worry about his injuries. There's no question about that. But, I worry about that when he gets hurt. Just like McCaffrey. People were shied away from McCaffrey because of the injury situation. I worry about that when he gets hurt. Who to start at the running back and flex position? Jeff Wilson Jr., David Montgomery, Rashad Penny, and Chase Claypool. So far, I have Monty, I'm assuming Montgomery, and Jeff Wilson in those slots. And I think that's what I would roll with. I would roll with those two. I mean, Penny and Jeff Wilson are really close, but you absolutely got to play Montgomery at the running back spot. I don't think I trust Chase Claypool this week against New England. So I'll do Montgomery and Wilson, although it's close, man. Montgomery for sure. It's a coin flip between Wilson and Penny. Because Penny's going to probably get the bulk of the work. There's no question about that. So you know what, Penny? Give me Penny. Give me Penny for that one. All right, this game is over. Oof. I don't know who's going to be Jackson State, man. Yeah, I don't know who's going to be Jackson State. That's going to be a tough thing for somebody to do. Yeah, Montgomery and Penny here. Yep, I do. I actually do. I'm not afraid of Patrick Surtain, guys. I'm not afraid. Not afraid at all. Never afraid. Never scared. Depends who's out there, bro. Like, for example, if Curtis Samuel's out there, I'm picking up Curtis Samuel in a heartbeat. Yeah, Dobbins back. I think I'm going to take my chances with Dobbins here. I think I will play it safe and play Hollywood Brown here instead of Deontay Johnson. I'm not fading DJ Moore. I'm not fading Christian McCaffrey. I'm not fading Robbie Anderson. Although I don't think there's too many scenarios that you would play Robbie Anderson. You got to need to see another game to see if he keeps the target share. Because if he does, it becomes a problem for DJ Moore if he keeps that up. Dillon or Dobbins? That was a tough one. That's a tough one. I want to say Dillon. I'm leaning towards Dillon. Because we don't know what Dobbins is going to be when he comes out. So give me Dillon. I'm taking AJ there, not Dobbins. I'm taking AJ. There's no games I want to see that's still on. That sucks. Yeah, so give me Dobbins there. PPR, Bateman or Metcalf, flex, the one you don't want. We'll do Metcalf, Miles Sanders. Now watch, I'm recommending Miles Sanders like crazy. Watch he bust tomorrow. And I'm gonna look foolish for actually respecting, or actually like finally getting back on the Miles Sanders, getting on the Miles Sanders train. So yeah, for this list here, give me DK and give me Sanders, DK and Sanders here. Yeah, so let me do that. Appreciate you guys coming in, man. Appreciate you guys checking us out. Apologies for not being able to do this tomorrow, but I want to try to help out prior. So that's what I'm here for. I will play them both. I would just play Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt and just don't worry about it. I think the Browns running back committee two back situation is similar to when we had Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams. You can start them both and still be fine. One will be an RB1, the other one will be an RB2. Can't be mad at that. So I would just start Hunt. Play it, that's the safe thing to do in my opinion. I would just start Hunt. You have them both. You start them both. Then you go from there. We have 3 PNP leagues. We did one that was live at the Bank of America Stadium that we do every year. We did, I had to find people at the last minute because I think Rashad ended up not going, and then I had to set the league up, and I had COVID that week, so I was like out of it. But luckily, we were able to pull it off. So yes, that one, and then there's the one that I always do with a bunch of folks, and I set up an auction league in Yahoo that's happening right now that we're doing too. So I got an auction league and 2 snake leads. If Higgins is cleared, you got to play him. Mike Evans, we have not. I mean, you start him. I mean, he ain't hurt. Or is he hurt? Am I tripping? No, you start him. He's questionable. Even if Godwin's out. So Evans is going to be, if Evans, which goes back to Kyle's question about that second spot, if Evans doesn't play, then yeah, you got to pick Gage over everybody, over Logan Thomas, over Robert Woods, from the original question that Colin put up about a few minutes ago. If Evans is out, if Evans is out, that means Evans and Godwin's out. So your number one wide receiver is going to be, your starting wide receiver is going to be Julio Jones and Russell Gage. Damn, poor Tom Brady. But if he starts, you got to play him. If he's healthy, if he's going to play, you got to play him. I want to hope that Aaron Rodgers bounces back, but I think Kyler Murray is going to have some opportunities to be in a shootout this weekend. Somebody asked him about Jerry Jeudy. Oh, I'm taking Johnson here. I'm absolutely taking Johnson here. No brainer for me. Taking Johnson here. I don't agree. I'm not Jeudy. I would take Johnson. Evans is still questionable. He hasn't been ruled out yet. Godwin's out though. Chris Godwin has already been ruled out, but Mike Evans is still questionable right now. May you ask why Johnson? I think he gets the bulk of the target share in Pittsburgh, even though we know he's going to go up against the Patriots, and the Patriots are going to probably try to put their best guy on him. I think Johnson's still going to do just enough to get more points than potentially Jeudy. Judy's going to have to share it with multiple people. The leading target getter in Denver last week was Javonte Williams, the running back. And Melvin Gordon had a couple targets as well. And our O had targets as well. There's less to go around for in Pittsburgh. and I think Deontay Johnson will get his target share. So I would take Deontay Johnson over Jerry Jeudy because there's less options in Pittsburgh versus Denver. That's why. I haven't been paying too much attention about the situation with Najee Harris. I don't think he's been ruled out yet, but I think he might not play. Or has he been ruled out? He might have been ruled out already. Or maybe he's been cleared. Anybody know about what's going on with Najee? Let me pull it up. I don't remember. I wasn't able to get any shares of Najee Harris, man. I feel some type of way about that. Oh, he practiced full practice on Thursday, so he's gonna play. So he's gonna play. Never mind. Patriots probably gonna zero in to get him hurt, but yeah, he's gonna play. They didn't trade Damian Harris yet. I would keep him on my roster. He's a flex play at best. He's not RB2 for Rondé Stevenson. He's not RB2. All right. We're gonna do this for about like another 5 minutes. I want to get myself situated. A&T's playing Duke. North Carolina Central's playing New Hampshire. So I gotta get everything set up for that. He might not play on Monday, man. It's an ankle injury. Kind of need those run routes, which is unfortunate for him. So my recommendation to everybody, if you have Gabe Davis, is assuming that he's not going to play unless you have an option that you can go to on Monday night. There's 2 teams playing Monday night. There's 2 games on Monday night. There's a Titans Bills at 7:15. And then you got Vikings Eagles at 8:30. So maybe if you want to grab somebody or you have somebody already that you can move, like let's say you have Miles Sanders, and you weren't planning on playing Miles Sanders, you could put Gabe Davis in the flex. If Gabe Davis is ruled out, you could pop in Miles Sanders. But if you do not have that opportunity, if you do not have that option to put somebody in on Monday night to replace Gabe Davis, because luckily the good thing too is Gabe Davis plays first on Monday night. So if you don't have that option, then you need to play somebody on Sunday and put Gabe Davis on your bench. There's too much risk because if he doesn't play, that means you're not going to get any points at all. So just keep that in mind.
Did you?
So, all right. Yeah, Gabe Davis is the one that's kind of the more intriguing one of the bunch. Gabe Davis, DeAndre Swift, those are the 2 questionable guys. But the difference is one's playing at 1 o'clock on tomorrow. The other one's playing 7:15 Monday night. Hell yes. Even though the other guy might be cheaper. Ashton Dufflin or whatever his name is. He's probably cheaper. Let me pull him up real quick. Yeah, he is probably cheaper. Dullen. All right, so I can go ahead and tell you how much Dullen costs in these joints. I got a couple lineups I got to put together anyway, so I can go ahead and let's see here. Dullen is $3,200, and how much is Campbell? Campbell's $3,700. So you'll save $500 either way. I think I would take my chances with Campbell, but if you think that Campbell's going to step up, if you think that most of the people are going to go after Dullen, then didn't go after Campbell, then go with Dullen. Because typically when you're playing DFS, you want, especially in a tournament, you want to be able to go against what the field is doing if you can. So if you think the field's going to go with Dullen because he's at $3,200, then go with Campbell. And if you think that people are going to go with Campbell because he's the number one wide receiver now, then go with Dillon. But if you go off target share, a lot of people might be leaning towards Dillon and the fact that he's cheaper. So keep that in mind. No, I think if he plays, he's going to get the whole gauntlet. He's going to play every snap. I don't know, man. We better win tomorrow. I don't think we're going to win, though. But I'll tell you what, I'm not watching the game live, so if we do win, I might do that every week. No problem. No problem at all. Truth be told, getting back into the daily fantasy game, might have a chance to play some Stars and Scrubs tomorrow. Because especially if Mike Evans is ruled out. If Mike Evans is ruled out, man, Russell Gage probably doesn't cost that much. How much is Russell Gage? It's $4,800. That's a little high. Mike Evans, $6,800. That's pretty cheap. So you got options. You got options. I don't know if I'm doing that. I mean, he's probably cheap, so I get it. I get it. You know, you trying to shoot for the stars, but you better. But you see, the thing is, here's my thing, man. Typically, when it comes to winning tournaments, a lot of folks who win those tournaments, they always have at least a quarterback. They typically do a quarterback with two receivers, and then you have to bounce back with a receiver from the opposing team or a player from the opposing team. So you could do like Baker Mayfield, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, bouncing back with Barkley, and then throw in one of those, maybe like do a Dillon. I'm giving you a lineup to do. I might do it now. You got me thinking about it. I'm in a couple tournaments this weekend, not too many. You could do a Baker combo and then you bounce it back with Barkley, and then you play one of the cheap wide receivers, and then maybe you can get another heavy running back in there, and then get a tight end in there that's going to get some targets, and then pick a defense and be done with it. Now I want to try it. Now you're going to have me trying it. Let me see. I'm in a couple tournaments. I'm not playing too much this week. So if I do, now I'm curious. So if I do Baker, because he's cheap, and then we do like Anderson, who's 5,300, DJ Moore, 5,700. Bounce that back with Barkley, who's 7,300. Defense and special team. We'll do the most expensive one just to see what it looks like. Tight end. Logan Thomas is probably cheap as hell. Yep, he is. Oh man, this is good. This is it. And then what if I put in Dillon? Well, I'm living a dream. Then I could do Taylor. And Henderson. I could lower this. I could probably get somebody else. Let's see. We get a sleeper. I typically like sleeper defenses. So, like for example, New Orleans at home, I would take that, save me some money, and then I could throw in Kamara. Do a Kamara combination right there, and there's a lineup. There's a lineup right there. Baker Mayfield, Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, and what's his name? Dulin. Ashton Dulin, DJ Moore, Logan Thomas, Albert Kamara, Saints defense, and there's a lineup. Not bad. Gave me an idea. I got to do a couple more lineups anyway, so I'll probably do a couple more tournaments. Give me McLaurin here, but it's close. Closer than it should be. Peoples-Jones got a lot of targets last week. Ravaged by injuries. Waddle, Thomas, Allen, Robinson, Gabe Davis, Darrell Henderson, A.J. Dillon. Half PPR, start 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. Thank you. Your flex is going to have to be Darrell Henderson. Your receivers will have to be, give me Waddle and Michael Thomas. Waddle and Michael Thomas. I don't trust Allen Robinson, and Gabe Davis might not play. So I gotta go Waddle and Michael Thomas, just like I discussed. If you think you gotta assume that Gabe Davis is not gonna play. So you can't play Gabe Davis, and I'll take Henderson over Dillon, even though that's closer to than you think too when you sit down and think about it. But nah, give me Henderson over Dillon. The more I think about it, I always do a Panthers lineup. I just haven't had time to look. I always do a Panther stack every week. I know I'm giving money away when I do it, but I always do a Panther stack every week. Now, granted, there was a Panther stack a few years back that won the Millie Maker. It was that week with when the Bengals played the Panthers to a tie. That game, I don't know if you guys remember that. Cam went insane. Cam went bananas that game, but so did the Bengals. It was such a high-scoring game. I believe the game was tied at 37, if I remember correctly. So yeah. Yeah, but I always play a Panther stack. Even with Sam Darnold last year and Teddy Bridgewater the year before, I will play a Panther stack because you never know. Never know. Ain't too many Panther stacks out there. Yo, yeah. And I think, if I remember correctly, Stephon Diggs that night closed it for him to win $1 million. Shout out to my guy, Al Smizzle, Al Zonderfeld. He'll tell you that $1 million story anytime he can. All right, it's 6:00, guys. I'm done for the evening. About to watch this college football, and I will see you guys on Monday. Maybe, yeah, definitely Monday. Because the only way I'm going to hop on the post show is just to ask for Shah questions about what happened in the game. Because I won't be able to watch the game during the day. I'll answer this real quick. No, you still got to play Mike Evans, bro. If he plays, don't get cute. That's pretty even, believe it or not. It all depends on it. See, I think people gotta, and I'm going on my little rant about like the needs and wants of players and stuff, but I think people gotta realize trades are based on the need of your team. So if you traded Gabe Davis away because you needed a running back, then you won. But if you just traded Gabe Davis because you just wanted to trade Gabe Davis, then you lost. Because I think this is pretty even. Like if the team that's getting Gabe Davis needed a wide receiver and had a running back to give, and vice versa, it's pretty close. I mean, James Conner's going to have a good year this year. But if you talk about pure points, it would probably go to Gabe Davis, but very, very close. It's all about what you're looking for. But all right, it is Duke and A&T is about to come on, so I'm about to make my exit. You guys have a great night. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Become a patron if you haven't done so already. The website is below, patreon.com/PantherNationPC. Go to Underdog Fantasy. Do your hires and lowers. Win you some money. Use the Pick'em insurance. If you don't know yet, use the code PNP. It really helps out the channel. And you get $100 mass deposit. So if you put in $100, they will give you $100. If you put in $50, they'll give you $50 as a deposit match. On that note, I will talk to you guys maybe tomorrow night, definitely Monday night. And always remember, keep pounding.